To get access to the MyFruit software, you have to click on the icon with the key displayed on it. Make sure you're logged in with your initials and password. Click on the tab with the graph icon. The registration of the first store will open. On top you'll find the currently selected store number. With the arrow on the right side, you can select the next store. The arrow on the left side brings you back to the previous store. Under the store number you'll find the selected product and mode. The list shows all information for the selected store. The date, time, the selected product, the target value for oxygen. SP1, which stands for sampling point 1, is the measured oxygen value. The target value for CO2. And finally the measured value of CO2. In this case the registration is showed for the current date. The calendar icon on the left shows the date when the displayed registration starts. The calendar icon on the right shows the date when the displayed registration stops. By selecting the left calendar icon, a calendar pops up. In this calendar you can select the displayed starting date. On top the year and month can be selected. After this you can select a specific day. The gray date shows the currently selected day. After you select another day, you need to confirm this by selecting the checkmark. The same procedure could be performed for the registration end date. Thereafter, this needs to be confirmed by selecting the enter icon. All registration with the selected starting and end date is displayed now. More information could be found by sliding down the scroll bar on the right. At the moment the registration interval is set to 1 hour. By selecting the circle next to the calendar, you can adjust this registration interval time. In principle you can select any interval time you like. However, we advise to keep the interval time between 30 minutes and 6 hours. This because of the amount of data MyFruit has to process in case of a very short interval, and the lack of overview when you select a very big interval time. All this data could also be shown in a graph. To achieve this, select the graph icon. The vertical bar shows the value percentage. The horizontal bar shows the time period. The small triangle on the right opens a menu where you can select the displayed items in this graph. When the number 1 is visible, the item is shown in the graph. When the number 0 is visible, this item is not displayed in the graph. By sliding the small white part of the horizontal scroll bar, you can decrease the displayed interval time. Sliding this part in the vertical scroll bar decreases the displayed percentage. The graphs could also be displayed with a specific start and end date. Just select the calendar icon on the left to select a start date. The right calendar icon to select an end date and confirm this with the enter icon. The desired graph will be displayed now. Selecting the registration icon brings you back to the registration in numbers. If you select the small triangle, you can select which items are displayed in the registration. With the tab Scrubber on the bottom of the page, you'll display the measured values of the scrubber buffer. When you select the print logo, a preview of page pops up, with the information you are going to save on the hard drive. The top of the page shows the room number, product and mode of the store. On the right side the date and time is displayed, and of course, all store values per time period. On the top of the page you can select if you like to save the information in PDF or XLS form. If you still have any questions, please contact the Van Amerongen service to help you out. Van Amerongen. We fight food waste.